Brooksaw Antiques here. Today we have this 1941 Remington Streamliner vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. The margins are located here behind the carriage, and you just tilt one side and you can move them. And you just want to make sure they're in between the paper fingers up front here so you don't get stuck on those. So I'm going to put it about 75 and around 2 or 3. This is the paper guide. This is not adjustable on this model, but it just helps guide the page in straight. And these are the paper fingers that help hold it down. These are adjustable. So you just want to make sure they're in between. They seem to be. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit this line space, switch it back to the beginning, and skips 1 or 2 spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, there's a little knob that you just pull out right here, and you flip it to the back, and it'll skip 2, and you hit that line space. That works good. We're going to keep it on single, so we're going to pull it out and flip it towards the front. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll put this sentence on the next line. Very nice typewriter. It's pretty quiet compared to most typewriters, and it just feels really smooth. Almost feels like, as a portable, it's hard to say it, but almost feels like a Cadillac. Typing on like a Cadillac just feels like just heavy and just smooth. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. You flip it back and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier, load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back forward before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. Got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the top right. Looks great. And all the brand new ribbons loaded on the left side, so it's pulling to the right. To switch that direction, there's a little rod. You push it in and it'll start pulling to this side. And you can wind it, and you push it in from this side, it'll pull to this side. And it has an automatic ribbon reverse, so whenever one side gets slower than the other, it'll switch directions automatically. Carriage release on each side. Very smooth. And if you push in the button here on the knob, it'll disable the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get those clicks. Each one of those clicks is 1 space, and it has this locking mechanism. So if you pull this and push it to the front, it'll lock the carriage in the middle, so when it's in the case, it protects the escapement. If you want to unlock it, you push it out towards the left and then push it up to the back, and it'll free up your carriage. And this button right here is the margin release. You get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that locks the keys, and it won't allow you to type past that block. But if you hit that button, it will allow you to type past it. Now it's not moving because I'm stuck on that paper finger, but it does work correctly. Color selector is on the right side here. If you have it all the way down, it prints the top portion of the ribbon. If you have it in the middle, it doesn't print at all. If you have it all the way on the top, it prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. That works good. Got a solid black ribbon, so you can actually use that ribbon twice just by switching the color. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.